This is a representation of how we could utilize these funds. The big thing to understand is that any government has an obligation to operate within its means. So to say we have $3 million and that's not enough is really a little bit short-sighted, because we do have the power to keep the government small and to reduce the level of services to fit within that $3 million. There are ways to do that, and that's primarily by contracting the services out rather than trying to build the infrastructure ourselves. There are other governments and organizations that would be willing to contract with us for the police protection, the accounting and administrative functions, most of these other things. So the biggest chunk in our budget is contracting services. And the police and public safety is the biggest chunk of that. Options to contract back to Pima County Sheriff's Department or to the police department of a neighboring city. Those are options that the new town government will have to create. The big thing to remember as we go through all of this is that today nobody has authority to make these decisions. And that's really the problem, isn't it? Is that we don't have a government that has authority to make decisions. We need somebody that has that power. We have some money put in there for other costs and administration. The only administration that we need to have really is a town manager and maybe a part-time clerk, and a little room for them to meet in and to greet the public if they want to. So those costs do not have to be significant. When we look at the budgets that larger, more mature towns have for the administration and support, it's not necessary for a fledgling town to get into that. So you can see that we can operate the basic core functions that the town is obligated within the revenue that is required from the state of Arizona. The beautiful thing is that there's a lot more revenue available if only we were organized to be able to grab it. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide.